passionate, constructive speech on the issue.
Euthanasia is the law. Smooth sounding words, and it conceals the danger as law. Smooth words too, but the danger is there. Nevertheless. Moderator, Board of Judges, my fellow classmates, people in the most venerable assembly, my dear opponents, class in the afternoon. We, in decide to renegate the prevention of the association of euthanasia here in the Philippines. I, as the first speaker, relate on the arguments and also at the same time establish our points and the needs. Our second speaker will lay down his plan to solidify our contention. Our third speaker will satisfy you with the benefits one can get from the negative contention. Our rebuttal speaker will give you the final draft and summary of our position, as well as the policy of the meeting. Dear opponents, ladies and gentlemen, let me start first with my counter argument. I am not agree to the first speaker who said a while ago that euthanasia should be administered here in the Philippines because it is clearly stated in the Decalogue that thou shalt not kill, and it is under the law. Now, let me begin with the argument. Argument 1. Euthanasia devalues human life. Generally, human life is sacred, as Muslims view euthanasia from the ethics because it is given by Allah. And that Allah chooses how long each person will live. From http://www.bbc.co.uk. Human beings should not enter in this. A person who died with no dignity is not worthy to protect his quality of life. Argument 2. Abandonment. It is claimed that lying to reject the importance of a person's life. Argument 3. Thou shalt not kill. It is clearly stated in the Decalogue. Do you still remember the Decalogue? Honestly, Christians are mostly against euthanasia. And in the Philippines, it's mostly Christians. It is clear enough that the state is unfavorable of euthanasia. Argument 4. Shortening life. It is wrong to shorten life if it could end very soon. Because every moment of human life is considered equal in value in many years of life. Human beings don't have the right to kill themselves. So someone who is terminally ill and in great pain cannot take action to speed their own death, even if they are mentally fit to take that choice. The rule that life is sacred prevents from shortening their lives. Argument 5. Euthanasia is for the people who have terminal illness. Check it out. Terminal means that someone is expected to die in 6 months. If they are expected to die in the next 6 months, why would you kill them and not just spend their time left in training? Inconstant indeed is not the incurable illness by which it is the right to enjoy the last minute of his or her life. It is question or present. Argument 6. No implication of continuous treatment happens in euthanasia. It implies that no continuous treatment being recognized and the time by which the treatment shall be extended. The patient will be sooner or later, he or she will be healed of the stress, disease, or pain. Non-arguably, we may conclude that there is many relative portions against the euthanasia. The reality is that all life is God-given. Birth and death are the parts of the flying processes which God has created. So we should respect God. Therefore, no human being has the authority to take the life of any innocent person, even if that person once died, as was said in the ethics of Christian view for euthanasia. For our needs, why should be there a need to neglect the legislation of euthanasia? Here in the Philippines, where crime and killing a person is punishable, There are points they claim for a need to neglect the legalization of euthanasia. 1. For the betterment of medical skill of the Filipinos. It explains that if there is no euthanasia here in the Philippines, mostly Filipinos shall improve their attitude in medical treatment of the patient. 2. For the correct and continuous competence of treatment. 3. For the improvement of technological gadgets of medical practices for continuous treatment. 4. For the Filipino tradition. We should not neglect the family ties. And 5. For the image of the future children not to consider as euthanasia as for remedy to their problems at all times. This is not an appropriate task of the children. With these arguments and needs, it is very clear that neglecting euthanasia here in the Philippines is an unthinkable one. Thank you very much, and once again, blessed afternoon. And I'm ready for the interpellation.
Interpellation of the first negative speaker by the first affirmative speaker for 3 minutes.
Your arguments are based on the religious doctrine, am I right?
Yes.
Then, are you aware of the 1987 Philippine Constitution, Article 2, Section 6?
Yes.
Are you aware that it states that the separation of the church and the state is inviolable and that it is indestructible? So, your arguments, do you agree that your arguments may not be accepted since we are talking about here of the law of the Philippines and not that of the church?
No.
Mr. Speaker, your arguments may not be accepted. Thus, euthanasia should be administered in the Philippines for our fellow Filipinos need it the most. Thank you.
Thank you so much, both speakers.